Hello YouTube. I cannot help to make another video. Okay, in the afternoon, and in the morning I made another video. I made two videos in a day. I just can't stop myself. I was telling myself to do some programming in the afternoon, but I actually don't feel like programming. I actually feel like to talk about life. Okay. My point of view. Maybe I should look at the cameraman. Okay. My point of view about life is that life has no meaning and life has no purpose. Like, what people are doing, like what people are like doing every day, what people are trying hard to achieve every day, what average people are doing. Okay, they go to work from 9 to 5, go back home, watch TV, read some book maybe, or Google some place, and then go to sleep. Isn't this what everybody's doing? Most people. And okay, why they're working for money? So everybody's just busy working and just for money, or I don't know for what reason. Maybe they're probably for money, and money is absolutely, of course, not the meaning of life. Like, for example, if somebody who makes millions of dollars, and you might think, you would think, yeah, his life is, he have done something, has done something good, and you know what, he's a great guy, whatever. And people who made no money in his life, he had never go to work, or he's always staying at home. I don't know what he's doing, but let's say he didn't make any money in his whole life, and let's say that he just get money from his grandfather, which died when he's 20, and give him $1 million. Let's give an example. Somebody was given $1 million when his grandfather dies, and he spent the money really carefully, and he only buy food and drink, and buy food and rent, and spend money really carefully, and he don't spend much, and he don't buy clothes or stuff. He just live his whole life, okay, with $1 million, and he made no money his entire life. Let's see what he's doing. He's watching TV every day, 24/7, for his whole life, and when he's 80, he just died. And another person who worked hard every day, like programmer, video game developer, who worked 10 hours every day throughout his whole life, from 20 to 60, and he died at 60. Why? Because he worked too hard, and he gets cancer, and he was killed by his cancer, and he dies early. But the man who was watching TV every day dies at let's say 70, maybe, I don't know. He will absolutely live longer than people who work too hard and kill themselves, don't he? I think so. Doesn't he? Yeah, I guess so. I guess he will live longer. And what's the difference? Does the person who worked hard, his life is more meaningful than a person who watched TV for, I don't know, 60 years? First, I have to clarify that we don't live our life for other people or for the society. We live life for ourselves. When I'm saying meaningful, meaningless, purposeful, purposeless, it meant that, you know, the meaning to ourselves, not to other people. Okay. Personally, I don't think the person who works so fucking hard and killed himself by working too hard, his life is more meaningful than a person who never worked an hour in his life. I think it's irrelevant. I mean, like, for example, let's say that you are an entrepreneur. You started a video game company, just like what I dream to do. Yet I don't have money to hire people, so I didn't do it. You know, you are some entrepreneur. Somehow you started a company, you hired people, and you develop video games, and you know, you can also program and do stuff, and you're also working on a project. You know, just one day from the game project, before the game is released, just one day before the game starts to make money, you walk on the street, get crashed by a car, and you died. Or another story is you died 10 days after the game is released, and in these 10 days the game made $1 million. Okay, you will say, yeah, if somebody who died and he already made $1 million, isn't his life more meaningful than the person who died before he made any money? I don't think there's any difference, you know, because I don't know what to say. I think it's a bunch of crap. What I'm saying is bullshit. It's a bunch of, I know it's bullshit, but because nobody's watching this, so I don't think I have to care, you know. So I don't think there's any difference. You know, you crashed by a car, or your mother is pregnant and he killed you before you were born, or you know, when you're 2 years old you died of some disease, you know, that only happens to a little infants, like diseases. I don't know what disease, but there are some diseases like that. Like 2 years old and killed by some disease. Or you're 30, crashed by a car. Or you're 50, you know, fall into the water and die. Or you're 60, get cancer and die. Or you're 70, you know, you fall off you fall off the staircase. How to say that? You fall off the staircase, fall to the ground and die. I don't think there is any difference. I mean, in the end, you just die, and it's random. So life is just so random. I mean, life is not about making money, obviously, and life is not about achieving things. For example, okay, if you are interested in learning foreign languages, you will think, well, if I can speak in 10 foreign languages, I will be so cool, and people will think I'm just master of learning foreign languages. Isn't that cool? Yes, that's obviously it's cool, but do you think that the two guys who is also all interested in learning foreign languages, one guy, he only achieved one language, and another guy achieved 10 languages, and he can speak in 10 languages, and do you think that the person who speaks more languages, which achieved more, master more stuff, master more skills, his life is more meaningful than the person who only achieved one? Another thing to say is, you know, the two scientists, you know, one scientist discovered something important and get a Nobel whatever fucking prize, And the other scientist, he found nothing. He's only playing video games in his lab for 60 years and died. Do you think that the person who won the Nobel Prize and found something for the contribute to the society is more his life is more meaningful than the person who played video games 60 years in his lab? I don't think so. There's no meaning, and if anybody's life is meaningful, then everybody else's life is meaningful. If anybody's life is meaningless, then everybody else's life is meaningless. Life has no purpose and no meaning, so there's nothing important in life. The conclusion is like this. It's nothing important. Like, if you want to try to learn a foreign language, for example, Spanish, it was so... You're saying to yourself, hey, now I'm going to learn Spanish. I'll spend 1 hour every day trying to learn Spanish. You know what? In 1 year later, I can speak a little bit, and 2 years later, I can understand the TV, and 3 years later, I can whatever, you know. You know, when you're thinking about that, when you decided to learn something, do something, it suddenly becomes serious. It suddenly becomes so important. If you're telling yourself to work 1 hour a day, then if you're not doing this, you'll be mad at yourself. You think it's serious, it's important to work hard, but you didn't work. You know, if you didn't work 1 hour a day today on Spanish, you will be mad at yourself. You'll be frustrated and stuff like that. You're treating things too importantly. I mean, there's nothing fucking important in life. Learning a foreign language is not important. Play video games well is not important. Play basketball well is not important. Okay? You know, write great programs is not important. Write great software is not important. Develop wonderful video games is not important. You know, having a good family is not important. Be nice to your wife is not important. Be nice to your children is not important. Or make great YouTube videos is not important. There's nothing important in life because you can die in any moment. Anytime it's possible that, you know, just car crashes you or whatever, you know, random things happens, like some gas exploded in your home, or there's some electric shock stuff. Your computer suddenly has electric, and then you touch your computer and you die. I know these things is rare and probably not gonna happen to you, but I think you know, but it happens. If it happens to you, it means nothing. I mean, it proves that life has no purpose at all. Remember this is very important because it kind of freed you out of your own cage, because you're trying to tell yourself, because, for example, something is important, like working hard is important, making money is important. If you didn't make much money, you will be mad at yourself, you'll be angry, anxious. If you don't go to work today, if you don't work hard today, instead you're playing video games today, you will be mad at yourself and you think you're a lazy guy and stuff like that. You treat work too seriously. Okay? There's nothing serious in life. Nothing is serious. Yes. Man. Because death teaches us a lesson. No matter what you do, it's fucking irrelevant. No matter what you achieve, no matter how much money you made, it's fucking not important. Whether you can speak Spanish or not, it's not fucking important at all. Okay, that's a prison. You need to get out of your prison and realize that life is not serious, and there's nothing that's serious, and there's nothing that's important. I'm gonna get out of other people's expectations and the prison of whatever social norms or whatever. Just get out, be the one who you are, do what you want to do. No matter making money or not fucking making money at all. I mean, of course you need money to buy food, but I mean, if you have food, you don't have to make money. I mean, if you have food, I mean, nothing is important. Like, okay, maybe I'm too tired. I'm talking about random, too random. I'm too random.